Here are some of the initial drawings. Here we have the property that I'm currently staying at. At least it's a base drawing in terms of the site that I'm choosing. Now the site is not it's not indoors, unfortunately. As much as I wish this was completely true to the concept. Whatever. You gotta deal with the hand you're dealt, what can I say? But through this, we will work with what we got and learn from it, from all the systems that are going to be developed through this, and then implement it into the urban plan. So I'm basically designing this thing to be as concise and true to how it can be converted into the urban scale as possible, while still working really well at the site. Because this is outdoors, it's gonna be on the side facade of our Tuscan country house. So yeah, here's the overall thing. So the actual initial idea behind this was to make a terrace out of our kitchen. So over here, you can see over there, someone's just, enjoying a nice meal, because, we don't have a terrace on this property at any sort of height. And it's always been a qualm of my mother, and something she's always been pestering my father for. Now it's finally gonna happen, especially because I'm pushing for it to be, to have the mine palace underneath. And my dad will have his own little woodshed, so this is his 2 cents into this contribution. Mom gets a terrace, I get the mine palace, my dad gets this little stack of wood. So yeah, the solar panel is probably not happening, but my idea was, why not just make it fully sustainable? Like, oh my God, we could generate energy to run this whole system. Probably not happening. Seems like a little much. We just want to focus on, just this base construction first, and then, we'll see what happens after that. Doing this in phases. So yeah, so here's the structural grid from, looking at it from top down, show like how we'll lay it out in terms of the, we have the 6 main structural supports. At least this is, the first stab at it. And my idea for within each of these 6 slabs, basically having PVC piping run through it, so that we don't have to have any kind of basically any sort of plumbing visible. It can all just be hidden within the structural components. So keeps it clean, keeps it sexy. What can I say? I'm trying to be as architectural as possible, where my dad just kind of wants to be like, just build it. Like a few days ago, my dad was like, oh, the metal guys are working on a local property, just like, you gotta have it done right now or it's never gonna happen. We're like, are you kidding me? We haven't had any drawings. Are you serious? That's my dad's constant output, is like, just get it done now, we'll figure it out later. Like, no, let's plan it so it looks nice. So something like this, PVC piping inside of the main structural supports with these metal square with like roundish edge, because it's like a section through one of those, like one of these beams. We want it to be nice, so it's got to be designed before everything is put together. So yeah, this is initial idea. Here's our giant cypress, so it'll kind of camouflage it while you're walking up to the house until you're like, bam, there it is. So that's initial, schematic sketches. And here are my kind of rough sketches of it, of the Mind Palace. And yeah, I originally had this whole hydroponic system that I was thinking of doing, but the way I see it, it's not 100% essential. We can work with it as we go along. Hydroponic kind of seems pretty complicated, and at least for this, we're just gonna work with basic soil, maybe like a hot house, with some water running through it and everything. And so yeah, here's where I originally had some fishies over there. I don't know if you can see, cute little fish buddies. And so the idea is, the wastewater from the fishies go run up, it'll flow through some strawberries and tomatoes that would be growing from the ceiling. They could just pick, and then once they've passed through there, they can then run down into the the orange and lemon plants that are beneath, which would be running all throughout the plants. Here's it on the plan. You can see it's cutting through the beams, so that's why I have a section through here. So the idea is, the water would come from here, from the fishies, run through, and then down, and around, and then back. So by the time the water gets back, it's nice and clear, and you don't have to keep cleaning this fishbowl. But, we're not always in this house. There are plenty of times where we're not around, and my, my automated system for taking care of my plants and such isn't fully realized yet, so I figure, well, we'll work with it as we go, because plants, way more resilient than fish. Fish, power goes out for a few days, and this method of cycling fresh water into it won't work, and then we'll likely kill them after a few days. So, we got to have a little bit more resilience in our design, at least in this early stage. So I figure hydroponics later, once we have the the nuts and bolts of the automated watering, heating, lighting system worked out first, then we can move on to a more complicated hydroponic system. But until then, stick with the basic, just soil, but water run through it and everything, but no fish, just plants. And yeah, so this is these initial design sketches. Here's a little axon that I drew of it. So here, like the doorway, since this is outside, there are going to be some shading elements so that during the summertime, when the summer heat is going to be like banging right on top. Because the thing is, with the sun, I don't know if it's easy to show, but during the summertime, the sun is much higher up, so the angle that it enters into windows is at a much more angled point, like from a higher angle. So the method for preventing hot summer heat from entering is just simple shaders that will block it from entering. However, during the winter time, the sun tends to be at a much lower angle, so when it enters through here, it's perfect, because during the wintertime it's obviously already cold, so you do want that extra heat. Whereas summertime, the extra heat is probably going to kill your plants and everything. So, the shaders are not completely blocking off all sunlight, because obviously you still need some sun and some heat during the wintertime, so, it allows for passive heating and cooling. Wonders of modern architectural engineering. And yeah, forget the solar panels for now, basically. And yeah, so here is that idea. All fun and doodled out. My drawing definitely needs some work. And here is basically the more refined AutoCADed version that I will now be fancying up with some articulation, but that is for the next episode. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Peace.